So the question I'm answering at the moment is, what cichlids do we have in stock that we could put in a small aquarium, like a 70-litre aquarium? Now, the first problem is small tank and cichlids. As most cichlids grow around that size, you really want them in more like a 200-litre aquarium. The other thing is, you can put them into something like a 70-litre aquarium, let them grow, and then as they grow, you really want to consider a larger aquarium for them. If you think around 200 litres, that's a good starting point for most, particularly of your African cichlids. Your American cichlids are going to typically get much bigger, therefore they're really wanting to start at more like a 600-litre aquarium. Okay, so zebras tend to get a little bit aggressive. Your peacocks probably are an option. Venustus grow too big. Your lionhead probably is an option. Frontoses grow way too large. Albino zebras probably are an option, because in the zebra species they're probably the least aggressive of them. Any of your Astatotilapia types are an option, but two tend to get a little bit aggressive. Perspicax, beautiful. They're actually hongi. Hongis are an option, a bit on the aggressive side, not too bad. Your Brachadi, the daffodils, they are an option. Leilupi, you could look at getting one of them. Electric blues, sort of an option. Pulu points, sort of better of the zebras. Now your peacocks are really quite an option because they're not too aggressive. The Afra can tend to be a bit aggressive. Any of your Red Empress type things, they don't tend to colour up till they're big, so probably not a great option. Livingston I get too big. Most of your zebras are too aggressive. Kadangas aren't really going to colour up until they're bigger, but they're not too bad a fish. You could chuck one of them in. Amorii would be an option temporarily to chuck in. Electric yellows would be one of the better ones to choose. In there's also some electric blues. Now the Acaras are quite a good option. They're beautiful temperamented fish, and they would be an option. Red devils, very bad idea. Your Geophagus, while they're small, are an option. Now, once again, short term and long term is the other question. Because as the fish grow, you can always just trade them in. Flower horns, way too aggressive. Jewels are an option. Things like your tinfoil barbs, silver sharks, silver dollars, they all grow very large, so they would only be very temporary options. Your barbs are an option. That's a hit or miss option. Oscars grow way too fast. Any of your American cichlids just grow too fast, but your convicts are temporarily an option. Going for more communal fish like guamis, much better idea because they typically aren't as aggressive. Something like an angel, because they're not aggressive, are an option. So basically this side is your Americans and they're your Africans. You're really better off choosing one or the other. It's not as advisable, particularly in a small tank, to go mixing them in. Kissing guamis, beautiful fish, also commonly kept with cichlids. Clown loach, they're a good option. Any of your larger Raspora are an option to mix in with them. Your sharks tend to be a hit or miss option. And you'd probably stay away from live bearers. And any of your catfish tend to be a good option. So in a perfect world, you'd probably go and get yourself a bigger tank if you want to keep cichlids. If you do have a smaller aquarium, you're probably better off staying away from cichlids. Now another one that you can look at is the multifasciatus, which I don't really know if we've got any right now. So they're a much smaller cichlid and definitely a better option. Something like an Archer for a big tank tend to mix okay with cichlids, hit or miss. So we've definitely got options as far as suck it and see is concerned.